What is going on, guys? So, as promised, today I'm going to do a little story time explaining everything that went down when I got pulled over like a couple weeks back. Like I said, a whole bunch of stuff went down, so I definitely thought you guys would want to know this. I planned on recording as it was going down, but it was just really stressful. And so basically everything started at around 5:30 a.m. as I was on my way to work. I didn't get too far. I was just hopping on the highway and I noticed there was a car in front of me. It definitely looked a little sketchy. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was pretty tired. I wouldn't say half asleep, obviously. I was on my way to work, but I was tired, and I was in a little bit of a rush, and there was a car in front of me that looked a little sketchy. I was a little skeptical. I had second thoughts. Hey, maybe that's a cop. But the guy took off. He was going like, I don't know, before I caught up to him, he was going pretty fast because we were at a light when he was in front of me. I wasn't paying too much attention to his car, but I should have. I usually always do, but kind of just slipped my mind. And anyways, the cop did not have his lights on either, so it was pitch black out, 5:30 a.m. The cop takes off, I'd say going around 90 miles per hour. I catch up. I'm going probably like 85 to 89, and I'm right behind this guy. And then I pull up right next to him, and I look at the wheels, and I can just tell, oh, it's a cop. So I kind of stayed next to him. I didn't go past him. And then all of a sudden he puts on his brakes, pulls me over, lights me up. And this is when everything goes down. He comes up to me and I tell him, I'm like, hey man, I'm in a rush. I'm on my way to work. He's like, all right, license. I did not have my license on me, guys. Do I have? Yeah, I have it on me right now. I always carry my wallet on me, pretty much always, and I didn't have it on me that morning, unfortunately. I don't know, I usually always have it, but anyways, I didn't have my photo ID, so I had to show him on my phone. And he went back to the car, and I guess he did a little search up on my plate, and to my surprise, my car, the registration was suspended due to an insurance lap. So a few months back, or like honestly a while back, like 6 months back, if you guys seen my older videos, you know that I got my motor swapped because the motor that I bought the car with was shot. So during the time that I got the motor swapped, my car was not insured. It was at the shop for like a couple months, so I wasn't trying to pay the insurance on it. My insurance rates were like extremely high at the time. I was paying full coverage for around like, I'm not even gonna say it, let's just say it was really expensive, guys. Anyways, back to the story. After all of this happened and I didn't pay my insurance, I had an insurance lap. So basically when I stopped paying for my insurance company, Progressive, called the DMV, and I guess they told them that I stopped paying for it. I could have swore that I did a cancellation thing. But I maybe I didn't. I really thought I did. But yeah, they called the DMV, and basically this screwed up my license plate by them calling the DMV and putting an insurance slap on my registration or on my car. This made me have to pay a $200 fine in order to even like get this registration valid again. My car's always been registered. It just wasn't really valid. I had to get new plates because of the insurance lap. I don't know why, but I did. So when the cop pulled me over, he found all this out, and he wasn't letting me go to work. That was it right then and there. He said, yeah, buddy, let me take your keys. So I handed over my keys, and basically he told me that my car was unregistered or suspended reg, and I had an insurance lap, and I had like some fines due. Oh, and I owed some car taxes on my old car. I don't even know if this correlated with the situation, but I had to take care of that as well. So what he ended up ticketing me with is no registration or suspended registration. Oh, and also, guys, when he came up to my car, he looked at my passenger window, and he told me to roll it down a little bit, and he did a little test on it. And I guess I have 7% tints up front. I had no clue about that. I initially had 35s on this car, and then I went to CT tints and got 20s on them, which I didn't know that they put the 20s over the 35s. I honestly just thought that they were going to take the 35s off and put 20s on. So the 20s and the 35s combined put me at 7%. So he hit me with that too. He hit me with failure to carry my license, and he hit me with no front plate, because as you guys know, I don't rock a front plate, you know, style points. He also hit me with speeding, of course, because I was going 89. He was going the same speed as me. I'm still trying to fight that. I gotta go back to court again in like a couple weeks. I just got back today, and I got nowhere with the prosecutor. He was completely biased. I'll probably save that for another day to talk about. The cop wrote down that I was going 89 in a 55, and I was going 89 in a 65. And I told this to the prosecutor today, and he goes, "Oh, sounds like you need yourself an attorney." And I'm like, "Well, can't I speak for myself?" And he's like, "Oh, you don't have your degree in law." I don't know, completely just biased and disrespectful. So I'm just trying to maybe get a different prosecutor in a couple weeks. But anyways, back to the story. He did end up towing my car, of course, after all of this went down, and he gave me all these charges. And you guys will not believe what tow truck driver showed up. So I never talked about this, but I don't know, probably like a month or two back, I got pulled over for failure to use my turn signal. I was going around a pothole, and I may have been in the middle of the road a little bit. Everyone avoids this pothole, to be fair. It didn't even have anything to do with the low life, because yeah, I am low. But even if I wasn't low, I avoid that pothole in my girlfriend's minivan all the time. So it didn't really matter to me. But anyways, when I did get pulled over that day, this same tow truck driver that just towed me recently was there. He was just completely belligerent. He was very rude. I told him I had AAA. I told him my house was right there. The guy threatened to steal my keys. My girlfriend's father showed up, and we basically just tried to reason with this guy, and he was like telling us that we had to pay him $200 when you can literally go up 500 feet, take a right, and the house is right down there. But whatever. We ended up getting my keys back after the guy threw them out his window, and I just drove home. So that was my first encounter with this guy. Now the second encounter, the guy actually towed my car, obviously. Yeah, he did use a flatbed, but there is damage on my car. I'll show you guys right now.
So first off, as you guys see, they literally just ripped off my license plate holder and completely cracked it. I got a new one in right now, or not a holder, but I got the plate in. I had to rig it up a little bit. I had to put new boxes on the outside so I can get these bolts in because they ripped them out. As you can see, I did push it in a little bit, guys, but it literally just rips right out. I'm not gonna rip it out again because I don't want to have to hammer it back in. But yeah, this thing was literally just hanging loose right here, while the liner was hanging down to the ground. So that was not like that before. And there's a little crack over here too.
As you guys see, the front splitter is damaged. The rod is literally just hanging out now, and the other one has a little crack in it as well. Also, to add on all of this, when they took my license plate out, instead of just unscrewing it like a normal person would, they just ripped it out, broke my license plate holder, snapped the bolts inside the trunk, and now I can't even get a new license plate in there properly. I had to like completely rig it in order to get it in. That day I had to take care of all of this, of course, because I work full time and I couldn't afford to miss any work. So immediately after this happened, I went to the DMV to figure all of this out. I had to pay a $200 insurance lap fine, and I didn't have to pay any money to get my car re-registered. I just had to pay that lap. So the car is all good and registered, but I did have to pay $550 in car taxes. So that was kind of an L. But hey, I mean, we all have to pay our car taxes anyways, so whatever. Also, guys, I was driving my girlfriend's car around all day. I had to drop her off at work, and I didn't have any other car, so I was driving her car around. It was just the minivan. So we also took her car to the impound, and when we get there, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to pay like $200, maybe $200 till I get my car back, because I didn't have to pay any like storage fines. I got the car the same day, literally just like 5 hours later. When they give me the ticket, it's a $350 ticket. They screwed me with labor. They said they were there for 2 hours, yet I've seen people tow my car in a flatbed and it literally takes them 2 seconds. Like literally 2 seconds. My clutch pedal got all screwed up the other day and I had to get it towed by AAA. Luckily it was just my pedal, guys. One of the bolts came unloose, but the guy literally got my car towed in 2 seconds. So that 2 hours is just complete bull crap. They were just trying to take my money from the first time that they saw me. So they screwed me with the ticket. They charged me $350 for that. And then when I go to get my car, I go to look at it, and like I said, guys, I saw the damage at the splitter, and then I confront them about it. I'm like, hey, so what can we do about this? The boss wasn't there, so I waited like 30 minutes for the boss to show up, or the owner. So then this same guy that I've been dealing with, who I just don't get along with for whatever reason, he shows up because he's the owner of the place. And I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, so there's damage on my front splitter. Is there anything we can do about it? And he goes, hold on, I have pictures of your front splitter before the accident, or before I towed it. So I'm like, okay, all right, let's see this. I'm so curious because it wasn't damaged before. The guy shows me a picture of him. It literally looks like he was running past my car and like took a picture. It was very like, you couldn't even tell what it was. I wasn't sure if it was my splitter or not, honestly, guys. My girlfriend can vouch for that too. We both were looking at it like, what the heck is going on? In my opinion, he probably took this picture after he broke it, and he was like, let me just take a quick blurred by picture where you can't see the crack, and I'll use that as before I towed it. I asked him, I'm like, so there's nothing we can do about this? And he's like, well, there is one thing you can do. And I'm like, what? And he goes, quote unquote, you can get the fuck off my property and sue me. Right then and there, I knew this wasn't going anywhere. So after he said this, I kind of just laughed to myself, and I was just like, why? Why is this happening? So I go to my car, and I'm just like, man, you're extremely disrespectful. This is just unprofessional. You're the owner of this place. There's nothing you can do, man. Like, why are you talking to me like this? What's going on? And then his family comes in. His wife comes in and takes out her phone, starts filming. Oh, and also, the guy, the owner of this place, said previously, the first time that I encountered him, he said that me and my girlfriend's father tried to jump him to his wife just to like victimize himself. We did not do that at all. We literally just asked him if we could call AAA or if I could just drive my car up, literally like 500 feet. And he was just rude, and he threw my keys out the window. And that was the end of it. No one touched anyone. No one was being jumped. So he was playing the victim game. He said that we jumped him, which made no sense. It just threw me off because I was like, why would he say this? This guy's like a 50-year-old man, and I'm a 22-year-old guy. So it just doesn't add up. And the guy was pretty big, I'm not gonna lie. After he's saying all this, I'm just like, you know what, whatever, man. I'm leaving. I'll fix it myself. Screw this. And as I'm saying that, I'm literally just saying, like, screw this. Like, I'll leave. You're unprofessional. Whatever. Like, stuff anyone would say in this situation. And the wife looks at me and she's like, you're just saying these things because you're a man. All men are disrespectful and all men don't know how to talk to people. And I'm just like, dude, this is just crazy to me. It just made no sense. So if you guys ever seen the video, I really wish I could see this video that this lady recorded. Because if you guys saw the video, it would literally just be me and my girlfriend just trying to leave as they are harassing us, like cussing us out for absolutely no reason. Maybe because I called them out on what they did to my car. Like, I don't know. But luckily there was a police passing by as this all went down. And I talked to the cop. And I told him that they were basically harassing me, and if there's anything I can do, I want to file a complaint on this guy. He put damage on my car, and he's not willing to do anything about it. So they told me to go down to the police station. I went down to the police station. I filed a report. Basically, the police told me that they got complaints from this guy all the time, and unfortunately, there's not much they can do about it because it's my word against his word. They did give him a call on the phone in front of me, and they trolled the crap out of him, honestly. They knew he was guilty. Like, why would I go down to the police station and say all of this if he wasn't guilty? Like, it's just a waste of time. And I thought I was going to get somewhere with it, but I didn't. So they gave him a call, and they basically told him, hey, man, did you damage this kid's car? And he's like, nope, don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. Sounded so guilty. And they're basically like, Charles, expect a ticket coming your way. You're going to jail. They're basically just like completely trolling him the whole time because they knew what he did. But they knew he was going to get away with it. And they kind of just told me next time this happens to tell the police that I don't want to go through him. Hopefully this guy gets shut down in the future because he just has horrible customer service. I'm definitely going to leave his name right here because screw that guy. If you're watching this, you suck, man. So his name is right here. Guys, if you're in my area, the CT area, never get your car towed by this guy because you will have damage to it and he's not going to cover it and he's going to overcharge you for a tow and he's going to be completely disrespectful to you. I have no clue how this guy is still in business. But anyways, guys, I got pretty screwed that day. I'm not going to lie. I'm still trying to see what I can do. Not in terms of the damage to the car. That's kind of a lost cause at this moment. I'll fix it myself, whatever. I'll take that L. But in terms of the police, I'm still going to court. I'm still trying to figure out everything with that. I want to get all the charges dropped because in my opinion, the stop was a little... I thought cops had to have their lights on when it was dark out. I guess not. But anyways, he still ticketed me in a 55 when it was a 65. So the ticket should get thrown out. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what I can do about that. But if you guys have any suggestions, any experience with tow truck drivers, leave some comments down below. Let's hear these stories, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I definitely didn't enjoy this experience, but it is funny. It is a little funny to look back at because it's just completely ridiculous. And if I was a business owner, I would never go about my business like that. Like, obviously, he doesn't care about his money or his customers, and it's just ridiculous. So, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope that you guys got a good laugh at it because that's all we really can do at this moment is just laugh at it. But like I said, leave down some stories down below of any experiences you guys may have, maybe some suggestions of what to do because I'm a little lost. Hit that subscribe button to keep up with the build of the FA5. Always building her. Although she's probably going to be going in the garage for the winter, so expect some content on getting a new daily in the near future. Any suggestions of what you guys want to see, always leave some comments. And hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out, fam.